right, we good, bro. So this is Triumph and Transcend podcast. Guest today is Jay Hood. So I'm gonna go ahead, Jay Hood, let you introduce yourself.
All right, yo, what's up, everybody? Man, it's me, it's Jay Hood, and I am who I am. You know, I, but I'm not. I can never be, man. I'm myself, and I'm here just to kick it and spit talk to y'all.
Bet. So reason why I wanted to do this with you is I'm a life coach and I work in the high schools with the kids, and we got a lot of kids that they want to impress their peers, and they want to fit in and all of that stuff, man. And I know with you going through it, me being an older person, I went through it, but the walk that you're going through right now and the situation you in, I would just like for you to just kind of, if you don't mind sharing it a little bit, like maybe a little bit of your childhood before the banging and then in the banging and then kind of where you at today.
All right. Well, let me sit this down. All right, so before I really start gangbanging, because it's always been around everything, It's in my environment, it's my culture, But I play football. I play football for Carson High. I play linebacker, weak side linebacker, and I love football. It really didn't matter. So when I say really start gangbanging, because it was power rules on my football team. It was everybody on my football team, enemies on my football team. And when your mind is not in the gutter, it don't even matter where nobody from. You just judge everybody by their character.
Right.
And that's when everything was good. And that's what when I was focused on football, I really had the opportunity to rub shoulders with good people from the other side,
Right.
So
and see, real quick with that, like is it easy to be a non-affiliate, or is like just that pressure? Like, do you still face those same pressures as a gangbanger?
It's easier to be an honor. I wish I never would have did gangbang, because the non-affiliates, you can go anywhere.
Right.
And who's to say you don't have to have? You can have friends. Like, it would have been better if I would have just stayed with my little 4 or 5 friends and we had each other back. You know what I mean? Then me and my 5 friends joining a gang, and now we got to protect an area or a gang of people that we really don't even know like that. Or we know them, but we don't know the real them. Like, and when I say the real them is, when you start gangbanging, you see a whole nother side of people. You see, you be at when you putting them hours in, you be like, oh man, this dude's a drug addict. Like, this dude's a drug addict. Oh, this dude really got problems. This dude's a slime ball. This grinding. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So I really wish I could have just never indulged in gangbanging. So I feel like, yeah, it's easier being a non-affiliate, but it's hard to resist gangbanging.
Right.
But especially with what's going on right now with the drill culture, drill music, and everybody hollering out gang and squad and all that stuff. And, you become what you see. You get what I'm saying? So everybody O Block now. You started off in Chicago O Block. Now you got these dudes from LA rolling hundreds saying O Block, and everybody just want to be. It's crazy, but it makes sense. But it's why everybody want to be so much alike, but still hate each other. That's the only thing it trips me out. Like, everybody want to be gang, everybody want to be squad. They want to have similarities, but they still want to have their own identity, be different, and they want to feud. And it's really ignorant.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Like, when you really sit down and when it's all said and done, like I said, I played football. The reason why I really started getting involved is I seen my homeboy murdered. You know, I had to see his body. I see my friend body, and he got killed over the game. So when you're a teenager, you make dumb decisions because your brain not fully developed and you're impulsive and you react at a time you don't think ahead. So instead of me becoming a better person and going to make sure his grandma and his family was straight, and I felt like, dang, my homeboy died, so I need to gang bang and do the same thing he was doing. Like, he can live through me, but I can almost guarantee he wish he didn't die. And if he could take it all back, he wouldn't gang bang. He would be somewhere else doing something totally different, something positive. Because he lost his life when he was 16 years old. He
Wow.
lost his before he even had a life. He lost his life before he knew who he was. Because it's people from my gang that was hanging around us when we were 15, 16, full-fledged on everything. And out of nowhere, they do a complete 360, and now they not involved in nothing. They don't come around, and they live in their life. They not even in California, like, you know what I mean? Like, so if everybody that matures and gets older, they all saying the same thing, is not worth it. It's not rocket science, you know. But teenagers, when I was a teenager, I know I didn't listen, and I feel like everything.
Right.
You know, I feel like I knew everything, so I can't really be mad at the youth. I can only be mad at the teachers. You know what I mean? Because why we not teaching them? That's why I try to do what I do now. Like, I got some that's teenagers and they burnt out, and it hurt me seeing them like that.
And see, going with what you saying, and that's why I do what I do, because just what you said right there, like, you spoke so much and people ain't paying attention to the real root part of what you saying, man. When you see somebody you got love for get killed, like, that's gonna turn you into something, and you gonna even might say things that you don't mean, but you're gonna be so upset, and especially witnessing what you witnessed. So I can only imagine that trauma, you know what I mean, that triggered that wanting to get that get back. And like you say, when you around other people that either they can't relate to the culture or they just care not to relate, then it's kind of like you don't have nobody to really go to and talk to that you could really, like, because it ain't all about just school. Like, if you in school, if you ain't got, you might need somebody you could talk some real life shit to. So, you know, and I think that's what like what you just saying, I can agree 100% on, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just was like, man, you spitting some shit, man. I just had to say something about that real quick.
Yeah, that's why we need more Black fathers. That's why we need more fathers in the community.
Yes.
These people need to open their eyes and realize just because you're not dealing with the mother doesn't mean you don't have to deal with your child. And these mothers need to realize these kids are not weapons. These kids are not weapons. And I done grew up watching it. Dudes don't get along with the mother no more, so now they're not dealing with their child, and now they child. When the father was in the household, he had a curfew.
Mm-hmm.
He had structure. Mom and dad get into one argument. They break up. Now since he looks so much like his daddy, she's mad at him because his father not there. So she just don't even want to look at him, really. Put him out, or just don't even care about him coming home. You can't. Women They can try as hard as they can, but they can't raise a man. And they're gonna raise an emotional man, and an emotional man is exactly what a gang member is. Tit for tat. Gang banging, really, when you think about it, it's 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 really some female like tit for tat. Everything, every action has a reaction. Everything, if they come hit up on the wall, y'all want to go hit up on the wall. If they come through shooting, y'all want to go through shooting. It's never gonna get better when it's tit for tat. An eye for an eye, the world goes blind. Somebody needs to take a stand. Somebody needs to take a stand, sit back and say, hey, what we are doing is foolish. And that's where the men come in. Because if you just, that's like when we argue with our females, a woman always want to say something back. Eventually,
Yep.
the man has to step in and say, all right, that's enough.
Yep.
That's enough. All right. I love you and we gonna make it work. Or I love you or we can't make it work. It's either one or the other. But a man has to step in. And these grown gang members, they need to be men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really be men. And I don't mean that with no disrespect, but you see gang members, they put their gang before they put their integrity. They put their gang before they put their loyalty.
Right.
Like, it don't make no sense to me.
Right.
And it's never gonna make sense. Because insanity only makes sense to the insane.
Right. Right.
You finally open your eyes, you're gonna realize it was so stupid.
Right.
And I just really pray that some of these kids really get the memo, like get the message, like it's not worth it. This is
Right.
not it. It's not it. This is. It's like, all right, social media, modern day entertainment, and just the whole judicial system wants you to fail.
Right.
They want you to, even though they don't act, they just don't say it. But if they didn't want you to fail, they would have never put all that money behind drill music. They would, first and foremost, they would have, just like they be muting R. Kelly and muting Michael Jackson, and they would have muted all these drill rappers that's out there disrespecting the dead. They would have muted all these people that's glorifying murder. They would have muted it. I don't care how much money you make. Because at the end of the day, you can't trade money for life. You cannot trade money for life. No matter how much money you got, you can't get your life back once you gone. Once Allah, once God say it's over, it's over.
Right. Right. You know, and with the drill music, I feel like once again that's just another obstacle, bro. That you know, the ones that's in it, involved in it, you won't really pay attention and say it's the music, but you would say it's everything around you that's holding you back. But it's the music that's influencing your actions that's holding you back. Like I tell people, we're responsible for everything we do. We control everything. You know, we speak things into existence. Once you realize you a king.
I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Once you realize you a king and that you have control over your life and what you do and what can happen, it like the power that we possess, man, like they took that from us and made us feel that we were weaker than what we are, but we actually stronger. And the more we can recognize that and come together, like you say, as men and stand up for what's right and what's wrong on some real shit, not pick and choose, you know, when somebody snitched versus when somebody didn't snitch, or who the fuck cares, because who really want to be locked up in a cage at the end of the day for some gun? So yeah. But say how many and you say how many years you got?
I got 11 years, 8 months. I was fighting the death penalty though.
Okay, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, all right. So look, if people from the LA area, from California, I'm like they familiar with 100 Days, 100 Nights. My case was considered a 100 Days, 100 Nights case.
Oh,
Because when it happened.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, so a lot of people, a lot of my friends went down, everybody went down. And basically the district attorney was charging you for anything they thought you did. It was like they took a few of my homies down, and even if they couldn't pinpoint nothing you did, if your name came up in it, a car came up in it, you was getting charged for it. So I ended up getting charged with 4 murders, 2 attempts, and I had to fight that needle. They wasn't trying to give me life. They were trying to take my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I fought it for some years. Got the special circumstance dropped. Got everything dropped. Went to trial right before COVID. I got a hung jury. I got 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. I was one person away from a life sentence.
Whoa.
And I was blessed.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you, like, that's how easy your life could be gone.
Yeah.
I got 11 guilty. And look, this is how cold it was, because the district attorney plays games.
Mm-hmm.
Why I tell these people, I tell everybody, pick up a law book. Pick it up. We need to teach our youth the law.
Right.
We know everybody don't got to be a lawyer, but why is it that when you come to jail, you want to go pro per now? That's when people want to become lawyers, when their life is literally on the line. And now they can't afford a lawyer. You know, this public pretender is playing you, so you feel like you got to do it yourself. Then you finally learn something that you could have used on the street. Like, I know now my search and seizure rights. You know, the fruit of a poisonous tree. I know the laws against safes. Like, for instance, I'm not trying to promote any type of criminal activity, but all these people want to get stash spots. Why get a stash spot when you can just get a car safe? You get a safe inside of your car, and as long as the car is not registered to you while you're on parole, because like I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna be on parole. So if the car is registered in my girl's name and I can still legally drive it, and if I have a car safe and the police pull me over, the police cannot open that safe. They cannot, because I don't have immediate access to it, and the car's not in my name. So there's laws against people opening up safes, like, because people keep family heirlooms in safes. They keep social security numbers, bank documents, just all type of things are in safes. Personal private property. So you can have anything inside the safe. You don't have to have a stash spot. You can have a safe. But that's just what I learned. You feel me? I'm not telling anybody to go do this, because I don't want giving kids the idea, oh yeah, just get a safe. Now you can ride around with a gun in your car. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can always do whatever you're doing smarter. And it's not I feel like it's never going to be nothing wrong with protecting yourself. Never. I'm never going to look at somebody differently because they carry a firearm, because we live in some crazy times. We live in these times where people are glorifying being snakes, being serpents. I don't really understand. When was that cool? When was it cool to be a backstabber? When was it cool? You know what I mean? Like, that has never been cool. It's like everything that I grew up being frowned upon is cool now.
Yeah.
No, back in when I was growing up, no girl wanted to be considered a hoe. Now
Facts.
they getting it tatted. 304, stay down for the come up. What the hell? Like, I've
Yeah.
never seen the time we really got to be living in our last days, because the stuff that's going on right now, it's crazy.
Nah, that's facts. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody wanted to be a backstabber. Nobody wanted to be snakes. Nobody wanted to be considered disloyal. Men or women. A woman, she wanted to be wholesome and be loyal, and they wanted to be wives. Now they don't want to be wives. Back men didn't want to be tricks. Now men are happy about being tricks. Women are happy about being hoes. Men are bragging about being backstabbers. They rapping about killing their friends, setting up the back door. And I really believe that they want us to kill each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want us to kill each other. They want it.
Yeah. The roles are reversed, especially in our community with the females. You 100 on that. I was actually me and my daughters was having that conversation earlier. You know, you see these females now, and they, like you say, they proud to bounce around, and now they knocking us down. It ain't the other way around no more. They knocking us down. You know what I mean? That's their mentality. You know, so it's sad. It's very sad.
It's sad. And when these women do not realize now is when they 30, 35 and ran through, nobody gonna want them.
Facts.
Nobody is going to want them. I don't care how pretty you is. I don't care how many butt shots you got. I don't care about that BBL. I don't care. I'm not gonna want you because I already had you.
Facts. Facts.
You feel me? All right, I ain't gonna want you. Already had you. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even. Why would I want you and my homeboy seeing you naked?
Right. Right.
I don't know. Like, it's like females is really selling their souls to OnlyFans.
Yeah, man. It's, you know, it's a popularity contest. It's like, I'm better than you. You know, I think the sad part is people think there's true happiness in material things, man, and it's really not. Yeah. You know.
My father was also a street dude in the streets. His name Studderbox. He from Main Street. He was millionaires. He had big houses, Rolls Royces. He was Shaq right-hand man. So with him being my father, I've been able to be around a lot of celebrities, you know.
Right.
A lot in abundance, being around in these big old houses and all these people houses and around a lot of materialistic things. And I came to jail. They stripped everything from me. You feel me? Change me up to a smoker.
Right.
And no more steak, no more lobster. You know, ain't no weapons. No, there's weapons, but no guns and no jewelry. And that's not the thing I missed. I missed my companions, my friends. Right. Things you can't buy. You can't buy friendship. You can't buy love. You can't. I miss my grandma's funeral. I miss my grandma. You know, that's type of stuff that you miss. It's like when you in jail, it's things you. I cried and I weep about a few things, like my brother dying. But if you're not there to experience it, you really don't believe it. Like, a part of me really can't believe my grandma has passed away because I was not there. And I know she gone because I can't call her no more.
Right.
You know? It's just, there is no happiness in materialistic things.
Nah, it's not.
The only thing that has true value is love.
Facts.
Period. Love. And you can have love. You're not going to love a materialistic or a thing more than you either love an activity or a person. Because I love football. I love it, and I miss football. I miss running. We can't run. You can't run in jail. You can't
Right.
run.
Hey, real quick, how old were you when you came in, and how old are you now?
I was 20 when I came to jail. I'm
Okay.
30 right now.
Okay. So you basically all of what would be considered your good years were spent behind bars.
In my
So
youth,
yeah, so you want to just touch on just what the day-to-day life is for like has been for you in there.
well, every day is pretty much the same, but every day is still different. And I know it's like, dang, he just contradicted himself. And I say that to say, because there's nothing new under the sun.
Right,
There's nothing new under the sun. But, and everything here is on a time schedule, right?
right,
But you get new personalities every day. And with these drugs, these drugs are killing people, first and foremost. These people are doing fentanyl, they're overdosing, and you getting Narcan, and they bringing you back, but you wasn't breathing for 5 minutes. The oxygen didn't go to your brain for 5 minutes, so now you done killed a few too many brain cells. So now you slow, or now you just different. Like my boy, he used to be my boy. He still is my boy. I'm not judgmental. My boy, his name is Break Bread. I've been knowing him since juvenile, since we was kids. He was normal when we was kids, normal. But now the drugs that took a toll on him, and
right.
now he just take off on people randomly. Oh, he just take off on a random person. He took off on my celly. Like my celly didn't know him from Adam and Eve, and just took
Wow.
off for no reason. Just yesterday, somebody was killed, and
Oh,
what I'm saying, every day is the same, but every day is different. Because one day you might have a fight, one day you might have a murder. You never can trust anybody in jail. You can never trust anybody because everybody is jealous of what you have. Nobody trusts you, so why would you trust anybody? And even when, yes, you do create bonds with other inmates. Yes, that is true. But when you gangbang, that bond means nothing because nobody is bigger than the program. And I say that to say, uh, it was people who I was in the county with. I used to help them pay their bills. When a girl couldn't pay rent, I assist them in that. I help. Every time they fought, I fought.
right,
But when we go to prison, and uh, it's strangers there now. We get there, me and him, we here. It's strangers that got rank now because of the gangs that we from. So basically, the G homies, the older homies, basically was like, "Oh, for everything he was doing in the county jail, we want him to get jumped. Y'all got to get him." And they sent my boy at me, the person I trust the most. They sent him at me, and he got up on me. And while we squabbling, I'm like, "What is you doing?" He like, "Man, I don't want to do this, bro. I don't agree with it. I don't feel like you did nothing wrong, but it's either me or you." And I'm like,
right,
"That's not like a choice because if it's either me or you, I'm gonna choose me, and I'm gonna tell you, and then we can go up together, an integrity test, and how deep is our brotherly bond, you know?"
right,
But that's what I'm saying. In jail, you have no real brothers. You have in gangs. Once you dedicate your life to a gang, you put in your gang before everything. And I did not know that because I always felt like I was a God-fearing man and I love God. But it was times when, hey, it's Friday. Are you going to Juma or are you going to go squabbling? and I made the dumb decision and went to go fight. What up? I'm doing something right now. All right. But it was times where, there were times where, are you want to go to Sunday church services, or are you going to hang out in the cell with the homies and politic about nonsense and negativity? And of course, I chose the negative. And all those things I've never really thought about. But most gang members, they can say they love God and everything. First, God tell you not to mark your temple.
Right.
The Bible is a temple. But I got gang tattoos all over me. And most gang members got more tattoos of their gang than they have their girl or any type of religion that they claim to worship. So
Right.
when you dedicate your life to gangbanging, you basically putting gangs above everything. And it's stupidity, because why would you put something that you don't own, a street corner that don't love you, and you get absolutely no perks, no benefits from dedicating, for giving your all to this?
Right.
Now I understand you can't control where you come from, but hey man, it's why we always take the easy way out. It's easy to commit crimes. It's easy to be a knucklehead. It's people in jail who are scared to get out of jail because
Bro,
they don't know what to do when they get out.
I always say, tell the kids you can learn two ways. It's the easy way or the hard way. The hard way may seem boring and whatever not, but it's the safest way to go. If you choose the easy way, that's where you do what you want, how you want, when you want, and it's gonna never end right.
Yeah. It never ends right. It never, and then especially when you doing things that go against your your morals and what you were raised up to understand. Like my my family did not raise me to be a failure. My
Right,
family did not raise me to be a killer. My family did not raise me to be a thief. All those things disgrace your last name. But
facts.
we glorify it. We glorify it. They glorify it in all the music. They plant seeds in all these kids' heads. And it just trips me out. And this is what I mean by, I know they want us to kill each other. They got a rapper. Like I'll be on YouTube, I'll be on YouTube. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rapper out there from Chicago, right? And I ain't even gonna say his name. But he's actively bragging about unaliving 8 people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here thinking, you telling me that the police don't know? Nobody done. He got 1 million views. Not one of these people was the police. And this
Right,
dude is really actively saying that he killed these people. Actively. And he said he killed these people and he not arrested. Whether he did it or not. Because it's people that I'm in jail with right now for crimes they did not commit. So, with that being said, how can you take somebody away from their family for a crime that they did not commit? and they're actively saying, "Hey, I'm innocent." But
right,
you ignore this person glorifying murder, saying he's providing for murder, and claiming bodies.
right.
And just, I feel like if they really wanted to see a change, they either mute the music or these police would be arresting people because all they got to do is see 3 or 4 like peace be upon Lil Durk. You know, that's my brother in Islam, but he was glorifying murder for dang near 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It took for him to come to do something in LA. You feel me? To come out his jurisdiction to get arrested. And for the feds to get involved.
The energy you put out is the energy you gonna get back. You know, that's another thing, man. Yeah.
But I say that they allowed these drill rappers to kill and to rap about it so they can plant little seeds into our youth. They were like, all right, look, we're gonna ignore this dude for 15 years. So because he got a cool little sound, people, they got that eye on him, and we feel like he can influence a lot of people to do the wrong thing. Job security, basically, for the corner, job security for the police, job security for just, and they just they're gonna keep our people down just for us to kill each other. And then as soon as they get on a positive route, that's when they're gonna come take him to jail for all his past crimes. They just did that to Lil Durk. When Lil Durk was rah, shoot him up, bang, bang, and kill this dude, he was on top of the world. Once he became Shahada, started the Push and Peace movement in Chicago. When he got on his deen and started being really active in Islam, they came and took him. Trying to target everything he did. I can almost guarantee if he would have still been out doing the devil's job and glorifying homicides and glorifying all the negativity, they wouldn't have picked him up. They wouldn't have.
Nope. They'd have let him kept doing what he was doing.
Yeah, they would let him keep influencing our kids. They want my son. They want your son. You feel me? In fact, they want my son. They want my grandkids. They want my grandkids to be influenced by it. You know, they want my grandkids to they want my son to hate me. That's why they give us these long stretches.
Right.
Because they know that no matter what's going on, a 20-10, 15-year absence in your child's life is gonna be a traumatic experience. And your kid is going to he gonna be mad at you. I know. I talk to my son a lot. I do a lot for my child. I do what I can. And it's been a few times my son was like, but Dad, I want you home now. I want you home now. And that type of stuff hurt when you know that you want to be there, but you can't. But it's all part of their plan.
Right.
All part of their plan.
And see, going with what you just said right there, and that's why birthdays, Christmas, those is cool. They love the presents and everything, but it ain't nothing like having us there. Our presence more than any gift in the world. You know what I mean?
Because if you an active father, birthday might come, right? Look, this is the difference between a father, an active father, and a prison dad. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be an active father.
Right.
I talk to my son every day. So I know what's going on in the household. I know what's going on at school. But a few years ago, I was just a regular prison dad, which means I just sent my son money and bought him things and felt like me spending money on him could replace my presence.
Right.
And I was completely wrong. So his birthday come by, right? And I send him $1,000. And he was turning 8. And I sent the money to him, to his mama. And I tell my son, I just sent you $1,000. So now him and his mama is going, like, arguing over the money. And she like, why you tell him what you just sent me? This little boy has been acting up at school. He don't deserve nothing for his birthday. And I'm like, girl, don't tell me what I can buy myself for his birthday. But then I realized when I was young, I remember when I was getting in trouble at school, and my mama used to tell me the same thing. Used to threaten me with Christmas and my birthday. You keep messing up in school, you're not gonna get nothing for your birthday. You're not gonna get nothing. You're not gonna get nothing. But me being a prison dad, my son is acting up. He's getting in trouble at school, cussing out teachers. I give him $1,000 on his birthday. Basically, first and foremost, I'm undermining his mother, and I'm basically, how can I say this? I'm basically glorifying his behavior. I'm not doing anything to punish him.
Right.
But now that I know what's going on, oh yeah, that's out.
Facts.
Up, you won't be getting nothing, boy. You would think you in jail. You know what I mean? You'll never leave the room.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you won't even have a tablet. Well, no.
And see, one, and that was another reason that made me reach out to you, because I had actually came across a few of your videos on YouTube, and I'm listening to you, and I'm like, man, this brother, I came across some of your videos. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, some of your videos on YouTube, and I'm like, man, this brother kicking some knowledge just on some of the stuff you were saying on your videos. And so that's another reason that had made me reach out to you, and just talking to you now, man, and just hearing the growth in you of, the time that you had to go sit down, and still having that second chance to be able to come out and be with your son. And I had a couple partners that did some stretches in the prison, and they home now, and one of them actually about to go to college and try to get his degree to be a social worker. And the other one, he came home and he got him a family, got him a wife, got a new baby.
Your mic cut off again.
My fault. He got a wife, he got a new baby, and man, they they doing good, man. So it's always good to see when somebody, even though you go through what you went through, that you're learning and you're putting into action what you've learned, and you're trying to be better. So I just want to, give you your flowers on that, man, because, we all make mistakes, but, it's when we learn from them and we fix them. That's where the true man in us comes out at.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. Yeah,
but
man. Shout out to your boys who just came home and going to college.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Man. I'm proud of him. That just put a smile on my face, because you can do it.
Yes, sir.
You can do it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. I'm gonna let him know.
Man, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. And man, and shout out to your Celly, man. Appreciate you. I know y'all share.
Yes, sir. He said shout out to you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for y'all sharing the space and everything. I know how I hear stories, so just out of respect, man, I just want to say what's up to you too, because I feel like I'm coming in your home too, so I just want to say what's up to you too, bro.
No problem, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Already, fam.
Yeah, so he got his own story too. He got his own story. Everybody got their story.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got their story that's in jail. Everybody, when you sit down, they find out where they was misled and misdirected, And sometimes it's at home, and sometimes it's outside. But now, it seems like within the youth, it's on the cellular device. It's right there on that phone. It's like they're making phones cheaper. They're making these phones as cheap as possible. You can go get right now. You can get a free phone. You hear me? You can go get $50, $25, you're gonna get you a phone and get you on the internet, and they're gonna help you pollute your brain.
Yep.
They're gonna help you pollute your brain. $25, you can
Yeah.
brain polluted. $25 at McDonald's Wi-Fi, brain polluted all day.
For real.
Yeah. I'm like, they making it easy. I remember when phones were $400-$500.
Right. Remember, you had to pay for minutes. I don't know you. Well, you might not even remember.
You pay for minutes. I remember where you at? Man, it's crazy because them chirp days. Yeah. Oh, my phone about to. Hold on. The chirp days. Yeah, the technology, the phone technology wasn't all that good, but I was happy.
Right.
I was happy, and people wasn't incriminating themselves with the cellular device.
Right.
I feel like the invention of the smartphone is the downfall of the Black community.
Facts.
Because now Black people is recording everything they do, the good, the bad. It was said that after the invention of the smartphone, and once it became popular and common amongst the community, every I mean, they said I don't know how true this is, but they said every courthouse conviction rate jumped from like 60 to 70% to 99%. 98%. Because everybody is the phone, everybody got a camera, everything is recorded. Everybody has as soon as you do something, you can lift your phone up and it's automatically gonna start recording.
Right.
And that's how everybody coming to jail. But I don't think they influence on our kids to do the big crimes. You know what I mean? Like murder, attempted murder. You can shoot at somebody 10 times, don't hit nothing, you still gonna get life.
Wow.
You can shoot at somebody and not hit them, you will get a life sentence. I know plenty of people. I'm not saying one or two. I know plenty of people who are in jail for attempted murders, and nobody was hit.
Man,
nobody was hurt.
I got a cousin. He from Dago. He doing 99 for a home invasion. It was like some white kids, I guess, and sound like somebody got sodomized. They was on some his boys. I don't know if he was. But whoever was on some extra shit, and yeah, he doing 99 years for that.
He was flipping.
Yeah. And see, once again, like you say, man, the company you keep, like you said early on, man, you round certain dudes, and then dudes will turn into something you would have never thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know your cousin dude probably was a regular dude, and then they did a home invasion. They was broke, did a home invasion, and now they sticking stuff in people's head. I know he was like, "What is you doing?"
Right.
I'm not with this. Hold on,
and you know, and
crazy.
See, I'm a realist on that though too. I mean, and he may have been the nigga that was, and then he may have been the fucking bad influence. You know what I mean? But either way it go, you know, you went out here and did this crazy shit. Like it's bad enough you run in somebody's shit, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to have somebody in their personal space? You know, so to run in somebody's space like that and hold them hostage, that's probably one of the worst of the worst, next to murder and rape.
Yeah. It trips me out that you don't get no time. You don't get that much time for rape now. That's how I know this is a weird world we living in.
Right.
Yeah, I think for rape you should get life. Just like murder, because you're taking away somebody's, you're taking it, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
But you don't get life for rape. It's people who get 2 would have. I just looked they got this app, right? I was just looking at all the sex offenders in my area. It's 2,000 sex offenders in Compton.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell?
Yeah.
I looked at my neighborhood, and the homie, my older homie, was on the list because they got everybody's picture. I said, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, a sex offender. It's people that you don't need. These older dudes that just came home. You don't know what they was doing. But I looked and it said lewd acts with a minor under 10. And I said, what the fuck? That was this morning. I said, I said, what the hell is this? This is a problem.
Right. In our community, man, it seems like we try to sweep that under the rug, like nobody be wanting to let that info out.
Yeah. And it need to be said.
Facts. But yeah, man. But
people,
go ahead.
No, I said nowadays people will be like, oh, your girl a snitch. Her baby daddy beat her up and she told on him. And you dealing with your girl, you hanging with snitches. But they ain't gonna say nothing to their homeboy that's pimping on a 16-year-old.
Right.
Like, wait, she a snitch because she a female, she was getting her ass whooped by a man, but he not a child molester because he's your homeboy and he's not having sex with her. He's just making her have sex with other people.
Right.
Where is the picking and choosing? Where's the integrity?
Exactly. That part.
And I remember this vividly. When I was in middle school, it used to be grown men coming to pick females up from my middle school.
Yep.
Women need to stop telling they little cousins and they daughters to go find an older man, get an older man. Girl, you better find you a boy with some money. They don't need to go find somebody that love you. Go get somebody your age. Why are they planting all these bad seeds in the youth mind? I really don't understand it.
Right.
You telling this girl that, oh, all I deal with is people with money, ballers. Or, I'm into older men. Because a little boy can't do nothing for me. But this girl's a little girl. She's 14 years old. And now you wondering why she half naked on social media and texting 6 20-year-olds. Lying saying she 18. So
no, that's facts.
It just don't make no sense.
Nah, that's facts. Because at the end of the day, too, when the homies, when you find out who your real homies are versus who not, and all of that, it's gonna be a woman that's gonna be in your corner.